Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Chronicles of the Grand Nation, Silent War. Thank you all for joining us for this another special episode, because every episode's special with me. Uh, yeah. Let's just quickly go on with introductions. Now, usually I like to play a little fun, but we're just gonna go down the list this time. But the reverse order. Dungeon Master, can you please introduce yourself?
No, you took me off guard. Hello, hi. I am Pixel Cheeks. I am the Dungeon Master of this lovely game, and we're gonna have fun today. We're gonna get you back on the road.
Ah, no, you took me off guard. I love that. Hi, I'm Dylan. I play Muffin. She's great. I'm not. Anyway, I'm sorry. I forgot I didn't do that last time. Next up, Anna, can you please describe your beautiful, amazing rock collector?
Hi, I'm Anna. I play chess, and it's always lovely to be here.
All right. Next, can we get our amazing monk in training, adorable, lovable boy, Brehik? Xavier, can you introduce yourself, your character?
Hi, I am Xavier. I play level 3, or no, sorry, level 4 monk named Brehik Moonshield. One fun fact about Brehik. I decided I want to do that from now on because that sounds fun. One fun fact about Brehik is that shut up, Michael. He doesn't like his shiny nose. It's too shiny.
I didn't realize Brehik was Rudolph, but that's great to know.
Yeah, if you look at his nose, it's very shiny, and if he ever fails any stealth rolls, he immediately attributes it to his shiny nose.
Next up, the charm of the group, our captain, forever and always. Mo, can you describe yourself and your character?
Greetings and salutations, it is I, Maurice, aka Momo Jones. I play Zelina, the wonderful Eladrin bard slash warlock, but don't tell nobody. Yeah.
Because Van doesn't even know yet. Oh, God.
Nope, early
only
to
one
serve.
Only the other warlock knows.
Next up, the amazing guy who, by the end of the campaign, will realize his worth and know how much he is beloved. Mike, can you please introduce yourself and your amazing character who deserves all the love?
There's no issues. Van already knows his worth. The issue is other people realizing it.
Confidence, that's all we need from. Introduce yourself, you dummy.
And Van, there you go. That's it. We're done. Mike, Van,
You said-
Drezel, let's go.
You said
You're a very normal dog.
Ah.
that didn't
All right.
speak.
Once again, everyone, please go check out these amazing people who have helped us along the way. Angela, for the incredible art you're going to be seeing throughout this entire campaign. Go check out her stuff. It's just amazing. Also, you probably saw another glimpse of something great that she made on a previous show, if you were there to see it. Our first hub chat. It was a really beautiful thing that she made for Mo. Thank you to Tom for all the incredible music you've been hearing throughout the campaign, and probably more. Let's just do a quick merch update. Mo, can you describe what's going on there?
Well, at this moment, we're working on some things I can't say yet, but when it gets there, I will let everyone know.
Thank you. Yeah, it was just a little quick update. Please go check out the site. I know we've already seen someone with our shirt, and whoo, beautiful. Anna, can you please give us some updates on social media, even if it's not much?
I mean, as always, make sure you're following us on all of our social media to keep up with our insanity. We have our Twitch, YouTube, X, Instagram, TikTok. Also, make sure that you come and join our Discord server. As I always say, I worked very hard on that. Make sure that you are joining us live, as we come live every week on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, with dice rolling at 7:30 for Chronicles of the Grand Nation of Silent War. We also do have Hub Chat that started up with Mel, which will be occurring on Fridays at 7:30. I know this week we're also participating in Kraken Week on Friday at 7:30. You can come join us for that and have some fun.
Now, for those who have lost the giant emu war, that's 9 o'clock or 9:30.
We are randomly reminded of the Emu War.
Finally, yeah. I don't think we have any other big announcements, but I would. Mo, would you like to just give us a quick rundown on what the Hub Chat is and yeah?
Certainly, of course. Hub Chat is a roughly 30 minutes to an hour talk show / interview where we bring a guest on and, we let the audience, which is our fans, ask questions, and I try to get the real answers for everyone. Also, the following Friday, we will have games with the team. So us lovely players up here will be playing a game together, and eventually we'll bring some of our lovely fans to play with us.
Next, Emily, do you feel like we need to do a little just quick rundown on what Shark Week is and what we're going to be doing there? Shark Week, is that what it's called?
Shark Week.
Kraken Week?
Well,
That's
so
what it is.
funny enough, so the point of Kraken Week is some beautiful creators like Pointy Hat and Ginny D are creating a content week that is meant to replace Shark Week. And instead of Shark Week, it is Kraken Week, where a bunch of wonderful tabletop role-playing D&D creators, just a ton of fun, really good people are going to come together and create content throughout this week. And that content will be compiled into a beautiful YouTube short list, essentially, a playlist, you could call it. And, our goal is to participate and have fun and touch base with the community and really, have some fun. And it's really the goal of it. It's where we're hoping to reach out to some more fans to, have a good time, build our friends, build our little friend group here.
Look, I guess I was just mistaken because it's Australia. Every week is Shark Week. You go in the water, shark. Alright. Without further ado, Emily, take it away as we jump back in to the beautiful game that is Chronicles of the Grand Nation. The Silent War.
Very well. Jumping back into this lovely scene, our heroes had last left off in the town of Grimsby. After uncovering the mystery behind the disappearance of a bunch of children, engaging with some vicious doppelgangers, other mischievous fey creatures, sneaking past the Yeth Hounds, and having an ultimate confrontation with Moretti, the putrid hag, our heroes took last session as some downtime to do some shopping and have some much needed R&R as they grow closer and learn more about themselves, whether that be new patrons or some old family drama starting to be stirred up. Regardless, our adventurers are currently having a off day, let's call it. We left off, I know, with Van Muffin and Brehik, essentially celebrating Van Day, while Zelina went to go run some errands, and Tessa went to go follow up. So, who would like to start first? Alright, we're gonna start with Muffin.
Oh,
Since you did point it
Yeah.
out to me, I really wanted to do something, so we will start with Muffin.
yeah, I'll just start with, would you say, Big, that at this point we're doing the cooking, or are we still doing archery?
Yes.
Alright! Just whatever we're doing,
Yep.
like, Muffin will just perk up. You know, I know I said we don't want to talk about work, but I am curious. Van, what was the mayor like, or whoever the guy is? Was he actually like him, or how did that go?
You're talking about the leader of this town, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't say a name, you just said the mayor, and I don't know if that's actually his title. Either way,
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know.
he was doing damage control for all of the missing children and or people. They wanted to know what was going on, and he didn't have answers until I went and told him what was going on.
And it seemed like it was actually him.
Well, I sure hope so.
I'm just looking. Like, uh-huh.
I mean, I would assume. To be fair, I didn't throw moonlight at him or anything.
You didn't have the best druid around. Looks at Brehik.
He's the only druid around, technically.
And that's why he's the best.
At first I smiled, but then you said that and the smile just dropped.
He
Like,
looks-
all the way dropped.
He looks at you. He's like, "That wasn't meant to be insulting. I just have a different favorite druid at the moment. Apologies."
What?
Huh.
Who's better than Brehik?
Hmm.
I'll tell ya, no one.
He has like a wistful, hair blows in the wind look.
I swear to God.
Beautiful young lady that I met once upon a time.
Oh, gods.
It's
Anyways,
Van de Brehik. We gotta ask.
Oh no, I think I know exactly who he's speaking about.
Oh, do you? Would you like to guess?
Why don't you have your favorite druid guess? And he goes back to...
Betty!
He looks at you with a smirk of just, I didn't take you to be a prideful type or a petty type. Interesting.
I feel like I shouldn't have talked about things. I ruined it.
Well, you know what they say, Muffin. You can take the dog out of the fight, but not the fight out of the dog.
Alright, look. I just wanted to do a quick talk with you, Van, if that's alright.
Oh goodness.
Just
are you
sort
having
of-
intervention?
I don't know, are you doing anything wrong?
I don't know.
She asks genuinely.
He looks at Brehik. I'd say it's probably debatable.
I was just, curious how you thought about your family and that whole situation.
In what way? I love them. They're my family.
How to go about this delicately? It seems like you love your siblings, and that's really good. I'm really happy about that, but do you love all of your family?
Family is.
I just sort of... I crouched down next to Brehik. How do I ask this? about how he feels about his parents.
Well, what are you try? What exactly are you trying to buy?
We've heard like nothing but bad things about them, and how they sort of don't care about him. So
I mean, Val is relatively a straightforward person. He's not going to try to hide anything. If you ask him how he feels about his parents, more than likely he will directly tell you whether it's or they're okay.
what do you think of? Oh,
I, as a DM, have this headcanon that you are saying this at like room temperature volume,
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
no,
like in front of Van.
They're
Yeah,
crouched down,
absolutely.
trying to huddle, and I'm just sitting there watching.
Okay, I'll ask. So Van,
Yes.
what do you think about your papa and mama?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me about my second favorite druid.
No, I don't want to get people angry again. It's a happy time.
Look at Brick.
Rick's cooking, and he just looks up at you when you look up at him, and he's like, "What? Did I miss something?"
Mm-hmm. Sure did. Anyways.
What? Tell me about your parents.
Well, if you want to hear about my parents, they are two archfey,
Mm-hmm.
or they fey lords. He ponders as the DM will tell me the correct thing.
The correct what?
What are my parents, Emily?
Feylords.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yep.
Says, well, they're Fey Lords. They own real estate in the Feywild. They play the political game, and they have 4 children. And also
how do
harems of their
you-
own, I guess, technically.
How do you, Van, feel about them?
Kind of scratches his chin. I guess that depends in what way. They're family and they're important. If you're asking me if they meet the criteria of material plane general parents, the answer would be no.
Okay, look,
And if you're
I don't
asking
even.
me if I had to raise all 3 of my siblings by myself while they gallivanted around the Feywilds, yes.
That's what I was going to bring up. That doesn't sound like it's a Fey plane thing. That just sounds like you were a good big brother. That's not specifically a Fey plane thing. So if that's true, then look, I just feel like, Fey or not, you can be a good parent. Doesn't sound like they were to you. Maybe I'm assuming
I guess it depends
from
on the
just information I'm
standards.
given.
It probably depends on the standards of the plane you're on.
I really don't think that's true.
Well, have you met other Feywild parents?
I haven't even met yours.
Fair.
Look, bad parenting is just bad parenting. Doesn't matter what realm you go into. Sure,
Exactly.
if you go into the planes of hell, you might find some pretty awful parents, and that might be the regular. But that doesn't mean that still bad parenting is still bad parenting.
I think there might be some interesting mothers from the hells. He looks wistfully in the distance.
Whoa, wait.
I look
wait,
at
wait.
you. I look at you, Muffin, and I say, if he's going to continue to be nasty, I can't do this.
Nasty.
What was nasty about that, Brie?
I ignore you, looking at Muffin. I'm
How
looking
was
at
anything
you.
I said was nasty. I didn't get raunchy or say anything specific.
How's mom be looking good? Yeah, I look at you like I am trying my best here. Please.
This is falling apart so quick.
He looks at you with a smirk.
Muffin just sits there and thought, Hell exists? I always thought it was like a scary fairy tale.
Wait, hold on.
Like
Muffin.
back in the monastery.
Hold on, no, hold on. Muffin, look at me. Dear.
Mm-hmm.
Dear. He puts a hand on your shoulder. A hand on your cheek to, like, make you look at him. You're a tiefling.
I'm sorry, I don't think of you that way.
No, look at me. Look at me. Keep looking at me. A tiefling is a mortal that's one of their parents, whether it's human, dwarf, halfling in your case.
My mom.
Yes. Had children with another tiefling, or were affected. Yes. Or were affected by some type of infernal bloodline in their time. Meaning, two human parents could birth a tiefling if one of them was a warlock or something. Potentially. Of the fiendish variety. Your mother was a tiefling, correct?
Yeah, my dad was a halfling. Does that do anything?
No, but your mother's heritage is from the Hells.
No, we're from a little village over.
You need to understand. You know the language you speak, that you innately know. What is it? I think it's called Infernal.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah.
What? What's that?
So, did you or your mother ever at any point say a language that you kind of just knew?
I speak in halfling.
Not halfling.
Mr. Brehick, I think we've knocked Van on the head.
Oh my god, you go ahead, Brehig. Have fun. I'll cook something. Go ahead. Explain to her.
What? I'm so confused.
The Hells exist, and you are a tiefling
Yeah,
with infernal bloodline. You have heritage in the Hells, and you didn't know they existed.
Muffin's going to look at you and like
kind
he's
of like has
animated,
this,
like shh. Oh, sorry. Go on.
he kind of has this like poor grin on his face, like more of a grimace than a grin, and he's like, "Happy Van Day."
Look at you, Muffin. Wait, hold on, Muffin. Do you know how you are resistant to fire?
Muffin looks at you, and by what you said in her like -1 intelligence brain, you see her little like tears little pop up. Am I adopted?
You're not adopted, no. You were fully born from your mother and your father. You just have heritage. Do you know what heritage means?
I have a mum and dad in the Hells.
No. Alright, you see me. I'm an elf, correct? I have heritage in the Feywilds. Meaning, my bloodline, somewhere along the line of it, hundreds of years ago, came from the Feywilds. Now, I came directly from the Feywilds. But Brehik is a gnome. He has gnomish heritage. He retrieved it from his line of family. Your mother was a tiefling, therefore you inherited her blood that is from hell.
Oh.
It's not a bad thing. I'm just trying to explain to you what hell... how to prove hell exists by your existence.
Okay.
Also, did you know you were resistant to fire? Does it ever come up?
No. I was in the cold for a while.
Alright, come here. You
That
see
was
this,
really
you see
cold.
this fire? Stick a hand in it.
Okay, I stick my hand in it.
Now see how it doesn't hurt as bad as when I stick my hand in it.
Go on.
And he sticks
Show
his
me.
he sticks his hand in it.
Which hand?
The non-stone one, because that would defeat the purpose.
Oh. So, heritage question.
Yes.
Hold on. Muffin, take 3 fire damage. Van, take 4 fire damage.
Okay.
Oh. That's another 3 damage for me because I missed that arrow. So, heritage question.
Yes.
My sisters, they didn't have horns and tails like me and my twin. Do they also Were they also like resistance against fire?
That I don't know. It doesn't always pass down, but the only way to figure it out is, well, I guess to talk to them or test it, but from what you said before, yeah.
She looks down.
Sorry, gods, this is going all over the place. Did you know that when people hurt you, you can hurt them back with fire?
What do you mean?
Alright, I'm going to punch you, and I want you to angrily
Wait,
throw it back
wait,
at
are
me.
you're gonna hit me?
Yes, but not hard.
No. It's training. Brayhick, come here.
As soon as you went to look for Brehig, like you would have looked right, he's gone. He has vanished.
Smart
Band-Aid is falling apart.
Alright, I'm going to hit you, and I want you to take
Okay.
all of that, now, hear me out. I know you
Mhm.
won't actually be angry with me, but
Yeah.
I need you to, try to find something that makes you very angry and lash out at me when I hit you.
Okay.
Okay? Not with your fists.
Yeah.
With your very being, your person.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Got
in
it.
Here, he pokes to his chest, and he's he's gonna punch you.
Yeah, I'll let him.
17 hit.
Yeah. I mean, I just
one
let you.
damage.
She just smiles.
No.
Oh, was
no.
I meant to do it there?
Yes.
Oh, do it again.
Okay. He punches you. Use hellish rebuke, you motherfucker.
She smiles at you. I'm sorry, what's going on?
He kind of looks at you. I mean, I don't know very many tieflings, and I've seen them do this before.
I can't do magic. I'm always sad that everyone can. I want to learn how to.
Can I make an insight check on Muffin to know if she's actually capable of hellish rebuke?
Little hard. Because it's not like she's lying or anything. Like, you don't, you know.
Okay, maybe not an insight, maybe like an arcana. Like, just because I don't know if Van would know there's other types of tieflings.
I'm gonna kind of do a DM roll on this. You're from the Feywilds. Tieflings are scarce, if not
Yeah.
non-existent. You're probably like their tiefling. That that is it. There's one breed of tiefling.
He kind of thinks. So, you know how me and my sister can innately teleport and stuff, correct? That's
She looks jealous.
That's just something we can do.
All of you are really cool.
Well, hold
No,
on.
I hate it.
Hold on. You're also really cool. You punch things really hard. Now, you as a tiefling, again, not super versed in it, didn't think I'd have to have this discussion of explaining to you, not necessarily the birds and the bees, but the lemurs and quasits. You should be able to innately cast at least 1 or 2 spells?
And I hold my hands out and I focus real hard.
He kind of thinks. I want to say, I've heard them get loud before. Get really loud from just deep inside your very being. He's gonna try to get
She
you
just
to cast
starts-
thaumaturgy.
She just starts yelling.
Alright, but wave your hands a little bit. Like in a...
I'm shaking my hands, Emily. Ah!
Save me.
Ah! Zelina, you can totally hear this from where you are.
Oh, I know. I'm debating if she's going to intervene or not.
Ah!
Oh God, she's
Alright.
intervening now. After the third scream.
Ah!
Alright, hold on, Finn. Zelina, dear. Can you teach her how to be a tiefling?
Oh, hi, Zelina. We're not doing anything here. There's nothing going on here. Hide the cooking utensils.
They're hot.
Oh, Mr. Brehick's not here. Ah.
As you hear you whistling from one of the cooking stations, just as
He
he's
went
cooking.
invisible.
Oh no, I'm visible now. You can fully see me, but
Zelina will come over.
Traitor.
What seems to be all the commotion? Like, Finn, you're
Let me...
screaming.
So she didn't know what a tiefling was. And she didn't know the hells existed. So I just
I
taught
know
her...
that I'm a tiefling. I just didn't know what the heck a hell was, or the hells was.
She didn't know she was resistant to fire.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently she doesn't know how to cast the innate spells that tiefling has. I don't exactly know too much about that. I think that might be more your purview. Looks at her.
Well, I mean, I've been with a lot of tieflings beforehand, but I mean,
Are there different types that might not have the same capabilities?
While they're talking about this, Emily, can I quickly ask, is Tessera close by enough that she heard the yelling so she can be part of this too?
She looks like she's at the
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know if she was wandering around while we were doing all this.
Well, yeah, she would have gone to get the potions, then she was gonna like wander around and gather rocks with her new mage hand and with Lambert.
oh yeah, she ain't gonna be back. She ain't gonna be back for a while.
Yep, fair.
What? She could have wandered over. I don't know.
There's no rocks over here.
Emily, could you roll a check or something to see if she hears us?
She's not near you. I'm gonna call that now as a DM. She is wandering around. You are looking for rocks. Lambert would have gotten distracted by something off in the corner. Nah,
I don't doubt it.
it's too canon for Tess to not just be somewhere.
But Miss Emily, would I know if tieflings are able to cast different types of things?
Yes, you would, Zelina. You have a much higher body count.
Yeah.
Damn, those tieflings be real weird during sex when casting spells.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Zelina will go into like, well, yeah, some can cast thaumaturgy, some can also cast a spell called like Hellish Rebuke. Some can also cast like minor illusion spells and other things.
Do you think you would be able to ascertain what type of tiefling she might be?
I mean, I can try.
You guys don't even need to worry. I know what I am. I'm halfling.
Well, hold on. Actually, before I did say to do that, Zelina. Make sure you get consent. With whatever you're
yes.
going to do.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, Fen, do I have consent to check to see?
What are you checking? Hello?
He fucking died.
Oh.
I don't know. I guess he did.
Oh.
Hello?
No, I died for some reason. Discord wants to do the weird thing again.
I just asked, what are you checking?
She's gonna check, the length of your horns, your eye color, and your tail.
As soon as you touch her tail, she shivers, like, no, don't. That felt weird.
Yes, sometimes it does. Anyways. Emily, can I do an Arcana check to figure out what type of tiefling?
Bad touch.
Roll a history.
Or history. Oh, all right.
Because to be fair, the only reason you would know is if you slept with them, so...
18.
I'd say yeah, you probably know of the different types of tieflings, and you can probably make an accurate guess as to Muffin's heritage.
You are this?
Yeah, she's 100% a normal Asmodeus tiefling. However, I was looking at Thaumaturgy and Hellas Rebuke, and they both have vocal schematics, right? And she doesn't know Infernal, so I'm ruling it that she has 0 way to cast that.
I love it.
I hate
It's
that.
like, well, this is quite simple, brother. She's actually the regular generic, Asmodeans type of tiefling heritage.
I'm generic.
Yes,
Weren't you
yes, you
just
are.
complaining about being generic like 5 minutes ago?
I don't know, it feels nicer when the captain says it.
I didn't even say it.
Who did?
You did.
No, I would never.
Anyways, do you know the word she has to say to cast it?
Well, unfortunately, it would have to be in her, probably her native tongue.
Do you know
Which
the
would be-
words in her native tongue to do so?
Most time it's quite different sometimes. Some people say it like this, and some use it like that.
Mr. Brehik, you're real smart. Do you know how to say it?
What?
We're trying to figure out how to cast magic, or I am. But I don't know what...
You just
Van's
eat the
talking about
marshmallow
language.
and cast it with your heart.
Can I have a marshmallow?
He walks over, gives you a
Does
marshmallow.
anyone here actually speak Infernal? Is that a thing?
Nope.
What's the spell called?
Hellish
The
Rebuke.
one I'm trying to do? Okay, I eat the marshmallow, and I
Punch you.
throw out my hands.
I punch you.
Hellish Rebuke!
I
I say in common.
I punch you so that you can get the trigger.
Ow.
Come on, please let the marshmallow be the trick.
You take 1 damage.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm tracking it. From 26 to 17 now.
Does it work? Would you yell Hellish Rebuke? Does it work?
I asked Emily because I had my little...
Do I need to make a dex save? Emily.
Yeah, probably. I would say so.
It works!
Ah! It's always the fucking marshmallow. Yeah.
So, fully not expecting it to work. That's a 9. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna use my inspiration. I don't feel like taking.
Wait, what did you say? Wait, I'm sorry, what did you just say? It's a 9?
Hold on. I'm gonna re-roll with my
Just take the
inspiration.
damage. Don't be a wimp. No, don't.
15.
Oh my...
I used my
you know
inspiration
why?
to get rid of his
Why?
inspiration. I'm just kidding.
My spell save DC, it's based on charisma.
Yeah.
It's a 10.
Yeah. He hits you, and then he sees it actually work because he wasn't expecting it, and he rolls out of the way, and he will take half of whatever your Hellish Rebuke is. Which I think is
I've never used this before. 16.
8 fire damage. I do a little stop and roll on the ground.
Her head like spins to you, like snaps to you, and she just goes, and she just
Goes
innately casts it.
Yeah.
Eyes wide, just smiling. I told you it was the marshmallow.
Well,
Her eyes went black, and then she blinks, and they're back to her normal green.
he
Oh,
he
that
will-
felt very weird.
He's gonna cast a Cure Wounds on himself. And on you. Well, that's for me. And this is for you. 8.
And hey, nice 8. And you said there's something else I can cast?
Looks at Zelina as I
Yes.
cure the burns
Oh.
on my body and Muffin's punches that I punched her with.
Yes, you can cast Thaumaturgy.
What does it do?
Well, a few things. You can, one, make your voice very loud and echoey. You can also
That
use
seems
it to...
like it wouldn't be very sneaky.
No, but there's also some other uses for it. If I remember correctly, you can also, like, open and close, like, doors and everything.
Brehik, can I have another marshmallow?
I hand you a marshmallow confidently.
I chew it. I do
Wait,
the
wait,
exact
wait,
same-
wait! Before you do,
Oh.
he hands it
Oh.
to you, but he looks at you very sternly and says, "Muffin, remember this: with great power comes great responsibility."
I'm
And
I
he
chew
gives
the
you
marshmallow. I chew the marshmallow. I swing my hands out, just like I did with Halashavuk, and I just yell out, "Thaumaturgy!" And because it's a cantrip, and I can't imagine it's very big, and you guys moved away, Brehik and I just, like, the ground rumbles just a tiny bit. She looks at her hands, looks up at you guys. I am a sorcerer.
You, my dear, are a tiefling. They can punch things
I-
really, really hard.
Am a tiefling sorcerer.
Don't forget the last part, tiefling sorcerer monk.
Smile.
TMS.
I smile and pat you on the back, and I say, "Well done. We're learning a lot about each other today."
I'm gonna grab Brehik by, like, the shirt and look at him, like, intensely. I wanna know more. How do I learn more spells?
He grabs your hands, and he looks at you, dead in the soles of your eyes, and says, "I can only help you know what it feels like to cast them, but I cannot teach you. In truth, and correct me if I'm wrong, Emily, but the lore of this world, in truth, most druids that I speak to, this is an innate ability that they are born with. We really don't understand where it comes from, or how we gain these abilities. It just happens. But there are multiple types of ways one can cast spells. I believe some do it by reading books, others do it by feelings, but as you said, they aren't typically druids, some are sorcerers. And if you pray really, 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 really hard, I have heard those of the cleric division that are empowered by their gods to cast spells.
Oh! I shake you again. I totally saw some people in the monastery do that. Oh, okay, I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Miles nods.
To be fair.
Yes,
about
David.
it- Oh, sorry.
Keep going, man.
Yes, typically they go hand in hand.
Also, to be fair and point to Brehik's thing, when it comes to druidic-ish nature-based abilities, most of the time it just happens, whether you're born with it or through life. Typically you lean more towards the manner of nature, living in it, respecting it, doing its whims, that kind of thing.
We're gonna be leaving town soon, right?
Yeah.
Do we have a way that we're leaving? Like, are we leaving out here? Are we going a different way?
I think we're getting on a boat, I want to say, but I don't know. Out of here.
You are not getting on a boat.
Why the fuck was Braun looking at boats then?
He's at the farm, not
Yeah,
the
but
boats.
somebody said
He
he was
was-
down at the docks
No,
looking at the
he-
boats.
he was looking at the boats. He was trying to figure out what the best way would be, if by boat or by walking.
Mm.
Okay, well, you guys come get me when we're leaving. I'm gonna go try something.
Are you going to go sit on a tree for a while?
Maybe. She looks nose up. Maybe.
Well, have a good muffin day. And I will go back to cooking and cleaning up my shit.
Muffin days alone? Oh man.
That's not at
She
all
walks
what
off.
that is not at all what I meant by it.
She's gonna go find a tree, Emily.
Oh my God.
You're not leaving, woman.
What? No, I wanna go meditate! Also, that's really rude. Please don't call me that.
You are a close friend. I felt that I couldn't derogatively call you with as a jest. I still am figuring out how jests work, so sorry that might have felt. You know what? You're not leaving anywhere without us giving you love and affection first.
Are you gonna meditate with me and pray?
Yes, but
The real Bree slipped through right there. Just a woman!
no, he's like, well, you're my friend, so like, just like I call Emily woman, I was like,
No,
okay,
totally. I get it, man. It's all good.
It's like, I tried my hand at the jest thing because you guys do it and it fell flat. Now I know I can't do it. But he looks at you. Yes, I will meditate with you, but and he looks back to you and back to the cooking station and back to you, back to the cooking station. But the sweetums.
All right. Well, you disappeared on me for a little bit, so I sort of push you towards Van. You take control of Andy for a little bit. I will be right back.
Okay.
Selena, do you know how to pray?
Oh, of course I do know how to pray, yes.
Would you like to join me?
It's not the praying muffin thanks, it is.
Yeah, I know.
Take
Word is
me
like, yeah, I know how to get on my hands and
I'll
knees.
worship
Here's-
dog.
Here's where the fan art comes in.
No, you need Braun for that.
That's the second part.
Yeah.
That's when she gets her closer to her gods.
So, unfortunately, Finn, as I am not the best prayer, and how most people do it is quite differently. It's a very sacred thing.
Oh, so I have to be alone?
Well, usually with that, or with people of your clergy.
Okay, I'll be back then.
No problem. I have to raise the spirit here.
What?
There's been a glowing fuzzball in my hair.
We'll talk about that when we get back.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Did we see the glowing fuzzball / pixie?
I just did.
You see the glowing fuzzball, but before we get to that, which we will, Tess, you're off looking at rocks, doing whatever you want.
Yeah.
Eventually, you would probably run into Braun, who is coming back from the farm. Like, how do I explain this? Like, without sounding weird. Like, he worked all day, right? So it's like shirtless, glistening with sweat, like hair brushed back, like it's Braun. But he has no like concept of like that's what he looks like. And he would see you just on the side of the road picking at rocks.
And she's also probably just like mumbling to herself and talking to Lambert like something stupid like sorcerer. If only I'd been lucky enough. Like be born a sorcerer. Can you believe this?
And he would approach you, Tess. He'd like say, "Oh, are you Are you alright over here? Well, do you need help?
You kind of do like the double take of like, oh, and then like, what? Okay then. And she's kind of like, oh, no, me and Lambert were just collecting rocks and waiting for the others to be ready to leave.
Collecting rocks, right. That's a lot of rocks you have in your hands there. Do you want some help with that? And he'll like use his shirt to like help put the rocks in the shirt to like help you carry the rock. He has the energy of like, I don't know why we do this, but it means something to you, so I'll help.
She's like, alright, but you have to keep these separated from these ones for now because I have to categorize.
Well, we could put those in my pockets, and then we'll carry the rest of them in the shirt. How's that sound?
I appreciate that. She's like, what have you been up to?
Oh, I was at the harbor earlier trying to see if it'd be more efficient to secure a boat, but with the pirates on the sea right now, it's really not a good idea. So we're gonna continue just going by foot, probably past Bycrest and then Palmega, and then we should hit the capital. So shouldn't be too long now.
She kind of nods. That makes sense. I prefer to stay on land anyway when I can. More comfortable.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. I used to get very seasick. It's gotten better since. Your fascination with rocks. Can I ask about that, or was that rude?
She's like, She's like, I guess it's just, I don't know, a connection to the earth, maybe. Never thought too much about it. Just like having them around.
Is it a connection to the earth, or your connection to your mom?
Probably both.
Fair enough. Well, I think, you have quite a collection going on. What do you plan to do with all of them?
She's like, well, I do use some of them in my spells and things like that. She's like, mostly it's just nice to have a collection of them again for when I can't necessarily be around Earth, like if we did have to go on a boat, something like that.
That's a lot more practical than eating them.
He's like, yeah, I don't know where that came from. I do not eat rocks, and I never have. I promise that.
Yeah, it's like a grin, a little bit, just like, whatever you say. I believe the others were at the inn last I saw them.
He nods. Yes, we probably should go meet up with them if we want to get on the road.
Lead the way, Rock Queen.
She'll laugh and be like, alright, come on, Lambert.
Jingle, 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 jingle.
Jingle,
It's like right behind you. You and Bron, you make your way, and you would probably be approaching that area as the conversation is now shifting into this very, fuzzy, glowing sparkle in Zelina's hair.
Zelina, did you do something new with your hair?
I quickly ask, Sarah, are you like a fisherman? Do you like grab rocks? Like, do you catch and release? You pick up a rock and throw it back down?
No,
She hoards them. She's a hoarder. She hoards them.
What was the ginger kid from Magic School Bus cousin when they went into space? And she tried to take all the space rocks and caused a problem.
Listen, she doesn't necessarily keep all of them, but she does
Janet,
collect.
was that her name?
I think you do, because you never said you put them down or anything.
Catch
She
and release.
collects.
Oh
Yeah, you
god.
collect them. That means they're
There's
probably
gonna
in
come a
your
day.
ring. You
There's
just take
gonna
them in
come a
your
day.
vessel with you.
There's gonna come a day when the guards tell us to halt and search us, and it's gonna get to her, and they're just gonna keep pulling out rocks and rocks and rocks, and they're gonna look at her like, when does this fucking end?
It'll just be like, hold on, wait. One more in the pocket.
Oh yeah, let me open up my, genie ring here. Just thousands of rocks.
Hold on, and you open Lambert's head like a Pez dispenser, and he just starts.
Oh god.
More rocks.
In that like animated movie Sinbad, there's just this one guy who keeps pulling out
Yes.
weapons, and then they
Yeah.
leave, and he has to put them all back.
Yeah.
That's how I imagine it.
Tess is like, you're picking all of these up.
Anyways, Fuzzball.
Nothing new. I decided I wanted some accessories, and I went and got this.
Zelena, I have known you
Yes.
for a very long time, my dear sister.
Mhm.
An undulating, glowing fuzzball on the top of your head isn't, unfortunately, what you said. I don't believe you.
Well, that's too bad. I went to the enchanter and bought it. Said it would give me good luck.
I look at the G stare as I observe this fuzzball.
I'm using my inspiration.
You can use deception all you want if I'm staring at a moving fuzzball.
It's not moving. It's just stationed there.
Emily said it was moving.
Yeah, because I'm moving my head. It moves. It's a good luck charm.
Emily.
I mean, it's gonna. It's glowing and it wasn't there before. And there is like this level of life to it. You could argue it's moving with your head, but there is a level of life to it.
Oh, I know.
Do I need, or anyone else need to roll an insight check?
I guess to know what specifically.
I guess that's fair. I'm suspicious of it, but we'll see.
It looks perfectly normal.
Soft 20.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Silver
That looks fine to
bars.
me. Do it. You won't. No
No.
balls.
Of
Damn
course
it.
I will be, because that would really give me away that I actually did something.
What are you doing?
I was joking saying silver bars.
Oh.
Or actually, no, it's just verbal, actually.
Is it? Anyone
So-
else
It is.
make a check?
Am I? No, I'm not.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. He only has a +3, bro.
No,
With your soft 20, it is a little suspicious. I mean, it wasn't there prior. Now all of a sudden it is. You don't know where it came from or what it is, but it's definitely new.
I thought you said the insight was to figure out what it was.
Oh, I asked you what it was for, and you said you were just suspicious of it.
Oh, no. Oh, well, I mean, I guess fair. I was gonna be suspicious of it either way. I said, do you still want me to roll an insight? And you're like, yeah, just to see, like, maybe what it is. And that's what I thought that was. I guess I misunderstood what you said.
Well, if that's it, I mean, with the 20, you've been in the Feywilds. Like, Brehik, it makes sense that Brehik might not know what it is. Then you know that 100% is the essence of a pixie.
right.
Sprite. Thank you.
He kind of like, when you say that, and he's like, I don't believe you. And you're like, oh, that's a shame. And I'm just like staring at it and like raise an eyebrow. And then I look down at you. And then I say nothing.
Mm-hmm. Good luck, John.
If that is what you say it is, and that is what it is, I'll just at least make the statement. We grew up together. You know that sometimes it is better to come clean than to hide and let it come clean later. But if that is your decision, I will not stop you.
Wonderful.
You
The
also-
one's going to get you.
You also see Drezel, like, staring at it with such a, like, narrow-eyed, like, I don't like it.
As he's cooking and he gives his treats, he will hand one to Zelina, and then he will offhandedly offer one to whatever is in her hair.
It doesn't take it because it's still an essence of it's not exactly a sprite yet.
Alright, I guess it is just an accessory, and I will give it to Drezel.
And then you would see Braun and Tessera walking up. Braun with his shirt filled with rocks, covered in sweat.
Wait, hold
Yeah.
on. Wait, no, they came up together and he doesn't have his shirt on? Uh-oh. I raise an eyebrow. Been busy?
Damn, she stole your man. She stole your
Narrow
man.
my eyes.
Damn.
Yeah, I still make the statement, been busy, to Sarah and Braun.
She stole your man.
Himbo been
Okay.
taken. Grand Theft
Tess
Auto.
raises an eyebrow like,
Mhm.
Braun very proudly holds up the rocks and says, collecting rocks.
Is that what they call it?
Tess is like, yeah, he was helping me carry them. I found a good amount. I'll have to put them away later.
Okay. Well, I believe.
Alright, I'm gonna go put these in the cart and wash up, so. And then I'm assuming we're good to leave, yes?
Yeah, we'll have to stop by and pick up Finn.
What is Finn?
In the woods praying. To whatever God will listen.
This is like, what did I miss?
A lot.
Okay.
We taught Muffin what tieflings can do.
But Muffin is.
Yes, but
A
she
tief-
didn't. Okay, we're gonna go back through this again. She didn't know she was resistant to fire. She didn't know she could cast Hellish Rebuke or Thaumaturgy. She also didn't know hell existed. There. That's what you missed.
Braun is just like, wow. Alright.
Oh,
She wanted to know more. I mean, there's plenty of.
No, it's not
All
that
right.
I don't think she wanted to know more. It's more like she just didn't know because apparently she never was told as a kid, I guess.
Huh.
She was raised rather sheltered.
And had the whole situation, yes, that she talked about with the Delia and the ice and all that stuff.
We might not want to make it a big deal of the things that she doesn't know, that things we might find obvious. It might hurt her feelings.
I wasn't trying to make a big deal about it. I was just trying to enlighten her.
I know it. Sometimes though, when you, she's a very happy-go-lucky person, and if it does maybe hurt her feelings passively, I don't think she would say it. So I think
I guess you're
we
right.
should probably.
Continue, sorry.
So he smiles and just like, not saying that you did anything wrong. You definitely didn't. I just food for thought for all of us, especially myself.
Well, my thought being, not everybody has their heart on their sleeve. He looks smirkingly at Bree.
Smiles and then like while you're looking at him, he looks left. Looks, what, me?
Yes.
Oh,
And my sister here.
what is that? What does that mean?
You wear your emotions on
Yes.
your sleeve. Your heart on your sleeve. You're very forthright. You don't typically hide them.
Oh, oh, Mr. Van. He pats you like, sure, bud.
I don't know. You made quite the face when I mentioned the druid comment, so that's why I brought it up.
Oh, no, I was just jesting with you as well. Don't worry, you're my second favorite Cardinal as well.
Oh, that's fair. I've never been first.
Don't say that. Now it makes me feel terrible.
Yes, self-deprecating humor.
Oh, that's a joke. Huh.
Actually, it wasn't a joke. And he goes to like get the cart
Oh.
or whatever it is we're
Wait,
using
Van.
to leave.
Goes and runs after Van.
Why do I imagine? This is such an image. Do you remember when Patrick was running away with his pants around his ankles?
Yes.
Why do I imagine that's how Brick runs after Van?
Well, because he has short legs and he waddles.
Oh, like Lolafel from FF14.
Yes.
They walk without bending their knees, but when they run, they bend their
Yes.
knees for some reason.
Yes, that is very similar to how Brehik walks and moves. Until he means business, but we're not going to talk about
Yeah,
that.
then he has 4 legs.
So, how do you know Ivy Pride?
He just looks at you like, oh, we're back on that. Well, I met her once before she blew up a lumber mill.
Oh.
And also, I think I have been on a couple dates with her at this point. It's been off and on. She gets
Oh, you poor thing. And he pats the back of your, waist. She's just like, there. And he continues walking to the cart.
I'm taking that as in you're already her boyfriend or something.
Oh, heavens no.
Oh, then you have nothing to worry about.
No, I just... He
Oh,
says
you
no.
know
He
her
mutters under his breath.
personally, Yes.
He mutters under his breath, and he's just like, I'll pray for you.
Wouldn't be the first. Either way, it sounds like you're personally acquainted with Miss Ivy Pride.
Druids know druids. Some. I know of her.
I mean, you know what organization she's a part of.
What?
Blink, blink. Verdant
Also
Syndicate?
Oh, you mean the eco-terrorists?
If that's how you want to word it, technically.
I mean, that's exactly how they word it themselves.
Yeah.
An eco-terroristic organization that stops at nothing and almost as a zealoted covert group. Don't get me wrong, I love my forests, but... And he just kind of has this look about him.
Well,
Not
I
all-
also, and I have a very weird relationship with that organization, seeing as I fancy Ivy Pride, but at the same time, I do tend to meddle on either side. If they're in the right, they're in the right. If they're in the wrong, they're in the wrong. That's my job.
Well,
They haven't done anything yet
He's smart.
to garner my ire, so...
he smiles and he's like, well, you're a good person for the most that I know you. I will just simply agree to disagree.
Well, I didn't say they were a good organization.
No. It's been a long day. Let's proceed.
We've done not a whole lot actively, but okay.
Rehik is walking.
Where are you going? It's over here.
Fuck you, I'm walking in the right direction. Xavier, not Rehik.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're all getting ready to load up on the cart. Muffin, how long are you meditating?
Does she find a tree?
Yes, you find a tree. There's a lot of trees.
All right, great. Muffin sits under it, and hilariously enough, because of my stats, there is literally only one way Muffin could get magic, and that's for cleric. Because every other stat is too low. So, subconsciously, I feel like she knows that, and she's going to sit down, and she's probably seen people in the monastery do something similar. Probably not for the reason she thinks. Like, they're probably begging for mercy, but she's like, alright, I know how to pray. So she just, crouches down, and she will attempt to pray and contact something.
Yeah, I mean, you sit and you take quite a few moments to pray underneath this tree.
Yeah.
Nothing would happen per se, but it is a rather tranquil, peaceful day.
I mean, yeah, that's all she's gonna be doing.
Yeah.
She wants to see if she can contact something.
Yeah, nothing really comes out for you, but at the cart, as you are all piling your way there, you would see someone sitting in your cart, waiting for you.
Mm.
Oh no.
Our goblin boy.
I push him off. Just kidding.
Who is in the cart?
It's your boy, Cyrus.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. I look, I put my a hand around Muffin's shoulder.
Oh my bad.
What was that? You cut out.
Oh, I think
Alright.
Dylan said
Am I back
he'll be-
by the group now?
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay, yeah, cool. Ugh. Yeah, she just frowns and sticks by Brehik.
I do have a question. You all got the money from what we got paid, correct?
Wait.
Did you
what
give it to us?
Yeah. Last session, I made note that I would be giving it to everyone, but I didn't know if everyone
How
wrote
much?
it down.
Yeah.
Well, because this might have been when I was gone.
Hold on. Gosh, how far up is it? Heck. Snurgle. Emily, how much was the total?
Dude, I'd have to look.
I freaking
don't
gave
think
it
we
to
wrote it
everybody.
down,
and
Mike.
it's- Huh?
I don't think it was written down. That's the problem.
No, I typed it down to do the
No, you did.
math. It's just
Wasn't 1,000 per person because it wasn't 5,000 total?
I wanna say
It was.
Hold on, I'm looking at my old notes.
Because it happened in this session. Unless I marked it somewhere else.
Okay, you got the things from Moretti's.
Yeah. And I want to say it was 1,000.
I'm looking. Hold on.
And did you
Yeah,
exchange?
there was an 1,000 gold one. It's a before you shot the longbow, and I did
With
deflect
1,000 per
missiles.
person.
Yeah.
Did we exchange the gems yet?
I don't think so. Who had those?
Everyone?
No, I
No
know,
one?
but who was gonna sell them? Because I don't know if
I
I,
don't know.
wrote them down. Because I think.
Can we preemptively say we sold them, Emily?
Just to make it easier.
Yeah, and then
Sure, I'll
split up
repost
the
the gems.
cost.
In case you need them.
Okay.
10, 12.
And then that was the gold that you had split prior.
I'm gonna go get another Mike's heart. I'll be right back.
Did we sell them?
That was what was a split.
Yeah. I I don't think we sold them unless I added them. I don't think we did.
You probably didn't, because you usually make a note of it.
Because I don't.
No,
have-
we didn't sell the gems yet because we were waiting to get to town to sell them.
Right. So then that would be 10, 20, 90, 102. So everybody would get 20 gold, and somebody could get 2 or 1 extra. 2 people could get 1 extra. Who wants an extra gold?
Me.
Muffin.
Muffin gets
Yeah, I was
an
gonna
extra
say.
gold.
Jinx, motherfucker.
No.
Zelina gets an extra gold because she always pays for shit. So there you go.
Hey, I would definitely take it.
And let's also give Muffin the 4 healing potions.
Yeah, you gave me 4. Good.
Yeah, first.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't mean to jump this in the middle of roleplay. I just remembered that we didn't do some of that.
So, okay, so
Platinum is just dividing it by 10, right? Because I'm just going to do that
all
now
of
as
it's-
well.
All of it's 10 except Electrum, and we don't usually use Electrum.
Who uses that trash?
I thought
Dirty,
we already
dirty.
put that in based on.
Brehik, you still have the +1 shield, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. But yes, you see Mr. Spyrus sitting in a cart, looking at you expectantly.
I jump in the cart.
He puts a hand up to be like, nope, hold it.
Oh. Want the man loud in the cart?
He's like weighing his words. We discussed taking you back to the Feywilds.
Oh boy.
Yes, and I'm not going back until we're done here.
But we are done here. The hag is dead, so we are done here, so we can go now.
Nope, have to find the other 2.
That I will come back for the other 2, but if I let you run off, I'm then going to find the others, and then I'm not going to find you. You need to be in one place.
Well, yes, there's 2 of us here. We're gonna find the other 2, and then all 4 of us will be in the same place together.
And what should I tell your parents?
Well, if it's... Well, do they want us back for Amari's little wedding thing? Or do they just want all of us back?
I mean, okay. So, yes and yes. So they need you back. All right. You've already broken your agreement. The wedding and the marriage thing. I'm sure I don't know everything about it, but I'm sure it's still continuing.
Well, you can tell my parents I shall be back when I am done with my business here on the material plane. And, well, our so-called friend is supposed to marry my sister. He has given us kind of his blessing. So, it'll be alright.
Cyrus like tilts his head like, what?
Well, long story short, we don't have to go into the details or anything, but he's kind of watching out for us, I'll say that.
Okay, hold on. Are you conniving with other Fey Lords?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, besides what we did deal with already, was technically He was a Phalon.
Selena.
What?
You act like I don't know you.
Okay, yes, I'm dabbling with other Phalons. Are you happy now?
Why are you dabbling with other Phalons? Do you know how unhealthy that is?
At the time, it was necessary.
What could possibly be necessary that you're dabbling with other Phalons? And from the sounds of it, your sister's fiance, nonetheless. Must I remind you that this is like an intense political marriage between your two different Fey households? Like, this isn't... I understand that you have quite the count going on, and I'm sure there's a wonderful competition you could share with your mother. That's not the point of this. This is not something that you need to cross lines with.
I'm doing nothing with my sister's betrothed marriage thing, okay? She actually just showed up and gave me this, and I point to my head. My good luck charm.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're hearing this all, aren't we? Because we're all at the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is public for everyone.
Oh,
Van
Oh, well.
watching, yeah. Van already knew something was going on, so he now knows that he just lied to his face. He's now telling
I
spies.
look
Because
I look
already
at
knew the
Muffin.
whole situation, so she's just like, yeah. Alright.
I look at Muffin like jaw wide open and and just look back at the situation.
Yeah.
He gave you a sprite.
Yes.
Real office. We're talking about the same Phalon. Gave you a sprite. One of his sprites.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he give you that?
Well, he was kind of upset about the whole we kind of ran away thing. But when he realized that we ran away because we wouldn't want to force this marriage upon our sister, he was like, oh, well, if I would have known that, I wouldn't have tried to marry your sister. I would have broke it off myself.
You have this moment of Cyrus just like running his hands down his face and goes like, I hate Phalons. I hate them so much. Just like to himself.
Also,
Jerry.
dear sister, that didn't answer Spirus' question on why he gave you a sprite. That just answers that he no longer is holding Amari to their marriage betrothal.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you must know, he may be beautiful again.
And you
What?
stopped being beautiful how exactly?
What do you mean? That's... what?
So, you know you are very gorgeous, right?
Well, now I am, of course, yes. But no, after we fought Moretti and
What?
I've had these ugly lightning scars on my body, I was no longer beautiful.
So, you think any blemishes make you unbeautiful?
So I'm not beautiful because I have scars too.
What about tattoos or piercings or bruises or scuff marks?
Oh, tattoos are hot, actually. I'm talking about beauty on me, physical scars that can never be covered up. And Finn, you're adorable just how you are.
That doesn't make sense, To Sarah, that doesn't make sense. I was attacked by the same thing you were. I have the same scars.
Oh, I didn't see them. Oh.
Zelina, quick question for you, dear. Real Office stepped in and gave you a sprite to heal your scars. I highly doubt you asked for him specifically. And given what I know of him, I highly doubt he offered it for something such as that.
Well, he did say that the Cardinal children were his, which I had to ask him to clarify on that, which I guess he's, quote-unquote, overseeing us or watching us. Some type of spiel. I guess we're very important to the political rounds of the Fae.
Oh, yes,
But if you
4 children of
must-
lords of Fae, yes?
But if you must know, there was another Archfey there that was going to make me the same offer, but he interfered and said that she wasn't worth it. And then once I found out that her goal was, well, decided to go with the other.
Interesting. Well, if you need
I'll be right back 1 second.
If you need to continue the conversation with Spyrus in private about the whole thing you're talking about, you may. I will get everything else ready to travel.
I don't
he's
really
gonna
speak
go-
private.
Well, he's gonna go start getting everything ready to go.
Spyrus is still like groaning to himself over the whole situation.
Well, is there anything else, Pyrus, that you need to know?
Yes, I need to know how the hell I'm going to. He says, I need to know how in a few hours I'm going to actually explain this to your family.
Well, why don't you just tell them to meet us in the capital?
I'm sorry, your parents come to the mortal realm. Are you serious?
I mean, hey. You know, it'd be interesting, you know. Let them travel. Let them see how wonderful this place is.
I'll relay the message.
Wonderful.
He says that so, like, I'm the messenger, I guess. Like, what? I can't physically take you. Alright, well, try to keep a head on your shoulders. At least, like, stay together, and when you find your siblings, don't scatter to the winds again. Just stay still enough for me to actually find you and bring you back, okay?
Well, you can definitely find all of us, but I don't know if some of us will come back or not, but we'll all be together.
I just gotta relay the message. That's all I gotta do. They can't skin me for just relaying a message. No, why would they do that? Alright. Stay safe. Good luck on your travels. And he kind of like looks at the others. It was nice meeting all of you. Oh boy. And he just walks away, just mumbling to himself about like how am I going to explain this?
Zelina will just wave goodbye to him.
Huh. That's a lot.
I know it is.
It's a lot, but
I'm-
we're gonna take our break there.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, wait, what were you gonna say, Briak?
Oh, no, nothing.
Okay. Alright, so yep. Drink some water, take a moment, get up, walk around, we'll be back shortly.
bye.
Goodbye.
Woo! Welcome back.
Yeah.
All right, we are back at it as you are all piling into the cart to get a move on.
I have a legitimate question. I know, like I said, let's go get the cart. Do we actually have a cart, or was that just somebody we were traveling
That's what
with?
we've been.
Like, we actually own a cart, right? Like, didn't Zelina buy one or something?
Yeah, we have a cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Yeah, car.
Thought we all
Hey,
gaslit. I thought we gaslit the DM into thinking we had a cart.
No.
No.
Also, Muffin is walking by the cart, not in it.
I'm driving it because I think I'm the only one with proficiency in land vehicles.
Oh god, that brings me flashbacks.
What was that, Bria?
Doesn't Braun have proficiency?
I mean, he might. If
He does, but
if he
he'll let you
does-
drive.
If he does, I will totally be foraging the whole time with my Outlander shit, getting food.
Alright.
And I'm going to be doing my herbalism kit along the way. Seeing any cool freaking herbs.
Sounds good. There it is. Yeah, you start traveling. Braun will happily let you know that you will have exactly 1 week to get to Bycrest.
Ooh.
And oh, never mind. Nothing.
Okay.
Now, where on the map were the bandits that I know of?
Somewhere between Grimsby and Bycrest, there were rumors of some bandits.
When everyone's kind of piled up in the wagon or on our way, Zelina will mention. I did hear rumors that there are bandits along the way from here to Bycrest, which is interrupting with the trade routes.
Oh,
So everyone be on your vigilance and let's put these people down. And yep, Zelina will be on the lookout while she's searching for herbs.
Alright. Braun will also agree to keep a lookout. Not being the biggest fan of bandits. But there is this... Seems like there's this heaviness in the cart as you leave Grimsby. And you all make your way down the road. Now, I worked very hard on this. You're welcome. As you settle in for a night of rest.
ooh.
Are we supposed to guess whose is whose?
No, I just made a nice little night camp for you.
Well, this
That's
is
so
Zelina's. Yeah, I was gonna say this log is definitely Bree Hicks. The lead to is
Goodness.
probably Vance. Nice.
Fun.
You settle in for your first night. Is there anything you would like to say or do after traveling?
How much herbs was I able to get, Emily?
It's a gold's worth, right?
Yes.
1 gold's worth.
That's better than nothing.
Yeah. Not the greatest roll for the day, but
That's It's okay.
Brihick would see Muffin just like on another like tree stump, just meditating, doing her own quote unquote prayers, and then she like, as soon as he steps near her, she opens her eyes and smiles. Ha! I knew you were going to come. I sensed you.
Well, that's why I'm rather ominous now, isn't it?
Don't you know, Mr. Brihick, when you become a master monk like I am, you can sense everything in the world.
Okay, then I put a hand behind my back, holding something, and I say, then what am I holding behind my back?
Fingers up to determine what number you were thinking of.
Trick question, and he pulls his hand out, and he reveals that he has nothing in his hand.
Yeah, to be honest, I just heard a twig snapping when you came over.
Oh, you know, he gives a chuckle. That makes a lot more sense.
You want to meditate with me? Or are you just hanging out?
Well, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm trying to pray, but I don't know if I'm doing it right. I haven't heard anything yet.
Well, typically you're not supposed to hear anything, it just... He kind of comes over to the trees, or like to the plants in front of y'all, and he'll drain out a little bit of his water skin, and he'll say, it's like nurture, the force. It's like nurturing plants. It is a purely give and less of a take. It's... You give to feed the life around you, but you're
Oh. It's like a deal?
not really. It's more faith, if that makes sense. Just because you necessarily don't hear anything back doesn't mean it's not working. Watch.
Oh, yep.
He will draw a circle around you guys, and as he does, he will use his druidcraft to make a pretty little flower circle out of pretty
Aw.
flowers. And
Muffin
he will
like closes her eyes, and you just hear her whisper, alright, I will be totally faithful if I get some cool powers.
Oh, that's...
Whispers that to herself.
Muffin, be careful. That's how you end up making deals with bad, ominous creatures.
You guys said they're good ones.
Well, there are good ones, but if you're making it... look, do you have any gods you believe in or worship? Like me, I worship Hela.
You know, now that you think about it, a monastery usually has a god, right?
Not.
I don't think we had one. Right, Emily? Like, I was even looking at the, my little docket. I don't think Delia had a god or anything. It was just the dragon.
Oh, is that who they worshipped?
Yeah. Is the dragon considered their god? Would I know that?
The way the White Tyrant sort of rules, from your reference, they didn't come off as religious, more of like... It's hard to explain. There were monks in the monastery that were religious, not to the White Tyrant. But the White Tyrant was never really regarded as a god, per se.
Okay, yeah. The only thing close to a god would have been that jerk white dragon, but no one really, like, worshipped him. And I definitely don't want to worship him. Okay, that's a very fair point. She closes her eyes again. I will become faithful, except to mean guys. Do you think that works?
You know what? that might just. And he smiles at you and like closes his eyes with your hands in his hands and makes a little prayer. Says, Hela, goddess of the hunt, please watch over me and my companions as I ask you daily. Please show our friends the way. Please show myself the way. And please, if you are not the right one to help our friend here, help guide them to a benevolent god who would take care of their soul. And then he'll like do his little prayer hands and look at you and say, I think that's about it.
You know, if you follow this Hela, I bet she's real cool. Because after all, you're cool.
He says nothing, he just smiles at you and just gives you just the biggest hug.
Yeah.
What would I do without you, Finn?
Well, I don't know. Not become a real cool monk.
Oh, that reminds me, training tomorrow. We have to get back at it.
We'll fall from some trees so you can learn how to fall like I do.
Fused up to 10 pairs of creature. And before we rest, DM, I will cast Goodberry 7 times.
Okay.
I have 70 berries. Fear me.
There is a limit on the berries, I believe. I believe they're only good up until a certain time.
24 hours.
Yeah.
So it'll last us till this time tomorrow.
Alright. Is there anything else anyone wants to do for the evening as you're turning down for the night?
Does Drizzle fucking talk again?
Nah, he's a dog. What do you mean? He sits there, he kind of like rests his head like on the front of his paws.
Like,
Kind of, he does the like of a dog.
You know, and we're staking a perimeter to make sure, you know, everything's Gucci and we're alone in the woods. He doesn't want to say anything again.
He's a dog. What are you talking about?
There's just random moments I just stare at him and he knows I know.
As you said, no one will believe you, even though brief.
Uh-huh. It wasn't Emily totally accidentally doing it and then making it canon.
I can't tell you one way or another. That is the joy of being a DM.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you're just gonna have to live with it.
No, I got nothing else. I'll keep also making sure I take one of the watches for fucking bandits.
Is doing
Yeah.
anything then? While we're like bedding down proper, Finn will sort of scrunch up a bit. Because, you know, an employee doesn't sleep in a tent, the employer does. So she sleeps in her bedroll outside Van's tent.
Wait,
She'll scrunch up.
Why are you outside my tent? What?
Cause you're my employer! I gotta protect you!
I don't pay you. What?
Don't you remember
But
my
you're the
general?
I know I'm the general, but you've never done this before.
Because we never really camped like this before.
Oh, I swear to God.
General?
Yes, Finn?
How you feeling? Are you okay?
Blink, blink.
Well, regarding...
I'm all
you know.
right. He holds up his stone right hand.
No, I meant, like... that Zelina was keeping secrets.
What would be the first secret
Oh.
he's kept?
You fucking asshole, I get it. You're all right.
That
God
was
damn
so
it.
fucking delayed.
God damn it.
That was so...
I'm not a smart man, Michael.
Holy shit.
I get jokes when I get them.
Xavier, that was a full 45 seconds after.
I hate that joke and everything about it, but it's so good.
But being quiet, he would make the statement of, it's not the first thing that she has kept truth from. It wouldn't even be the first time any of our siblings have kept secrets. What's more...
Really?
Well, yes. When you get to be over 100 years old, there's at least a handful of secrets you have from people, depending on the people. And unfortunately, most of my family tend to see it that way, except maybe Amari would be the only other one, but that's for different reasons. No, the issue lies with, I guess, the fact that, and this has happened before, we've had the exact same conversation before, where she believes scars and blemishes make somebody ugly, no matter who they are, what they are, whatever. And I know that she says it differently, but honestly, I don't know if I believe her at the moment. If she's willing to make a deal with a random Fey Lord that wanted to take advantage of her. Honestly, don't know at that point. I knew she was shallow, I knew she had her quirks. I don't know if the 3 years in the material plane has deepened that, or if it has shown me a little bit more of what she's truly like. And he kind of looks at his arm again. Because by her definition, I'm fucking hideous.
I know what you mean. I have the exact same scars as she does.
I tried to warn her to.
You know,
but
my mum, she would come home a lot with scars. And my dad was obviously worried. He was always like really worried that she was doing something dangerous, but weirdly enough, she never thought of them as bad things. She always thought of them as stories to tell us.
well, your mother's got about the right of it. Scars are not something bad, to be shunned, to be ostracized, to be seen as ugly. They're your body's way of writing down a story of what you've been through in life. It means you survived.
He just sort of lays hands on her chin. I'd love to hear some more stories from you sometime, General. I don't imagine that is your only story, points to the hand.
Not the only one, but if we're talking about scars, I have a couple, I would say, at this point. But the only time something this bad happens, I guess, would be more of if somebody gets the jump on me or something. Not to overshoot my capabilities, we almost had multiple people die during that last fight. But
Are any of them from... She lost herself. Are any of them from, bad loves?
I've never broken a heart bad enough to want that like the rest of my siblings, unfortunately.
Oh! A true gentleman.
I wouldn't say black sheep of the family. I still find myself very much enjoying the company of others in that regards, but I don't pursue it in the different ways that they do or how they see it. He kind of just sighs. Which, unfortunately, when you meet Archie in the capital, you're probably going to be very disappointed in him.
He can't be all bad. He's related to you.
Well, he is related to us, and I mentioned that each of us see relationships a bit differently. Selena is any one in which catches her fancy. It's an amazing night, one time a night for whoever it is, or more. Archie treats it like a everyday business exchange. Like, you know, you have a schedule for training. He might have 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. reading, 10 a.m. to 11 practicing magic, 11 to 11:30 food, 11:30 to 12 having sex, and that's kind of how he treats it.
Doesn't that kind of just make it a chore at that point?
Well, he enjoys it and it's something he wants to get out, but he doesn't have love or passion in it from my best remembrance. Unless that's changed, unless he got whipped into shape by the archmage that apparently he's working under. However, I firmly believe they are definitely doing what I just mentioned. Which would mean it is an international incident from what I was told. And Amari is a storybook princess, is what I've heard from around here in the material plane, who falls in love at first sight and falls out of love about a week or 2 days later.
A perfectionist.
Not necessarily a perfectionist, but yes, there are very, very many reasons as to why she has broken up or decided she is no longer in love with somebody. Most of them are very silly and or honestly, like you mentioned, a perfectionist-y kind of thing. But her heart has love, it just wanders very frequently.
Fair enough. You have a very interesting family, General.
Well, I mean, when you grow up with parents that have their own separate harems along with being together, yes, it becomes very strange.
The way you describe your parents,
Yes?
you don't really seem to act like them very much.
Well, when I raised my 3 siblings, and also them, technically speaking, I did kind of be the parent in a family of 6.
Maybe this is an ignorance thing, but did you have a role model? Because I feel like a lot of people have a role model.
He kind of actually takes a moment and thinks. No. I was too busy being the role model.
I'm just wondering where this really dependable, nice older brother came from. Like, I don't know. I always feel like you take a lot from the people you interact with. We're all just goo made of a bunch of people we meet in life.
I guess it depends. I have an inclining towards nature. Maybe I picked up some of those lessons from nature, who knows? But that was 200-something years ago, so who knows?
Wait, I know exactly who you think is a role model. I scrunch over to Dressel. You boy, you make Van a good boy, don't you?
I mean, if you want the full honesty, I was already probably 214 years old when I met him. Was
Don't
that
listen
give or
to
take?
him. You make him a good boy. Yes, you do.
Again, Drezel sits there like, I will accept these pats.
I was waiting for him to say something out of pocket. Either way, get your sleep. You need more than I do, and we gotta keep a lookout.
Alright. You bed down for the evening. Anything else? Going once. Going twice. All right. In the morning.
guys,
Pebble, the mini of the camp.
In the morning. Zelina,
Uh-huh.
your little essence of a sprite glows a little brighter.
She's watching it like a hawk in amazement. And we'll pick it up nice and casually, put it on top of her head.
And you would continue back on the road.
On the road again.
As you are traveling, I would love for everyone to make me a perception real quick.
Okay.
Perception.
First roll. 24.
Yay, my +0. 11.
8. Passive's a 15 though.
Oh shit.
So, Zelina and Finn, you would be the first to notice this person.
Uh-huh. Who do I notice?
While on the road, stumbling out of the brush, a rugged-looking human man in his mid-30s with unkempt chestnut hair and piercing green eyes. He bears several scars on his face and arms, souvenirs from some sort of life that might have been lived. Definitely looks a little roughed up. Maybe he even got maybe a little jumped on the road. But this is what he looks like.
I was so excited, Emily, you meanie.
Oh look,
Why?
another hot man.
You said rugged and like messy hair. I was like, Garland.
Oh
Could be-
no,
Not in Zelina's opinion. He has scars and a missing
I
eye.
guess, yeah, that's true.
he does.
You know,
Oh,
I had the thought at first that you were doing the bandit ploy, where like somebody stumbles out to stop us, we talk to him, and everyone jumps us.
uh-huh.
Cool.
So is he in the middle of the road?
Not in the middle of the road, but he definitely is kind of like moving through the brush. And you see as he like leaves the brush, he sees the road, and there's a little bit of a look of like, oh thank God, the road, like a relief to him when he actually makes it to the road.
Hey guys, strange guy popping up on the road. Might be one of those bandits that Zelina was talking about.
Foraging off
Oh,
in the
it
trees.
Well, it doesn't really look like a bandit.
Wait, I know this one. Careful. They might try to stop the cart or take our attention, and then we get jumped from the side.
Can I do a general vibe check? Is that allowed?
What are you vibing for?
I want to see if his eyes are shifty. Like, is he looking at possible people in the bush around, the brush around? Just to be like, as soon as they get to a certain point, we jump them.
Yeah.
15.
15. With the 15, he looks genuinely distressed. His eyes he does like shift his gaze around, but it's more like he's avoiding something rather than looking for something.
What do we think in general?
Well, I can go talk to him if you want. Or,
Do you want backup?
I guess just be prepared if I start getting shot or something with arrows from the side.
I'll go
come
with him.
with you. Let's go with him.
You know what's funny though? Even if you come with me and you're like, we'll body block, they're still gonna hit me in the shoulder.
Yeah, because we're both short.
You underestimate the power of my jump.
Rick, you get on my shoulders. We'll tall enough to block Van.
See, this is only logic.
I will, with them trailing me, I guess, walk up to this individual. Hail, friend.
Can I quickly whisper to Sarah as we leave? Like, just like a stage whisper, obviously, but like, to Sarah, have something prepared in case it goes wrong. You're really good at range.
She nods. I got it.
You got it, Rock Queen.
She'll get ready to Eldritch Blast somebody if they get out of line.
You call out to him, Van. He sort of like, he does startle, like he didn't actually see you guys coming down for a moment.
Does he reach for something? Or just startled?
No, I mean, he's like, Traveler, he's like, huh, what? Oh. Like, a little bit of a jump. And then he eases a little bit. He says, good morning.
That it is. You look lost, friend. You look thinking for the word.
Yeah.
That's one way to put it. I had a bad run-in. I've been trying to get the Bycrest for a few days now.
Well, where'd you start at? Because you're only about a days out from Grimsby.
Grimsby. I might have gone the wrong way.
You know, there's bandits in these woods. Traveling alone like this can be rather dangerous.
Yeah, I've encountered them. My cart was attacked.
Insight.
Do we believe him?
Yeah, insight check to believe him.
Yeah, roll insight.
Do I need to roll another one, or can I use my 15?
19.
I'd roll another one.
Bro.
22.
Fuck, dude.
You got my bad luck. Keep it. I don't want it.
I mean, all of you, he doesn't seem to be lying.
You a merchant of some kind?
Sort of, not. I was selling things, but I'm no merchant. This is a lot to ask. You have a cart. Are you by chance headed north or south?
Well, I guess it depends on what you were selling. And I mean that in all due respect, because things is quite liberal.
Just various goods, weapons, things I've picked up along the road.
Other people's things?
Highwayman?
No, I was... He almost looks a little disoriented as he's, like, explaining it. He's like, it's, there were generic, things that were left over on the road. Some were looted, if I'm being honest, but I still wouldn't call myself a merchant. I really need to get to Bycrest. If you happen to be heading there, I don't know which way you're headed. I could really use a ride.
Oh, lucky for you, we're heading to Bycrest to deal with some bandits. Just like we dealt with missing children stolen by a Fey Lord, and just like we fought a giant alien plant replacing people in East Hollow.
Can we talk about that? Like, we've seen to have dealt with two similar jobs that with people that got replaced.
Technically 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yes, there was the hobgoblin insurrection they attempted to have over in what's the name of the Ashentar.
Yep, first town. The town we don't talk about.
It sounds like you guys are quite well traveled. If I could just catch a ride, even if it's to the fork in the road, to make case.
Is there something you need in Bycrest that's important?
I was jumped by the bandits. I wasn't left with much else.
Can we make a gesture
really just need civilization.
I have an interesting question for you. This might be weird. Do you know who you are?
Yes, sorry. Aldred Hollowbrook. He holds his hand to shake your hand.
I would shake his hand. So you're not an amnesiac?
No. I haven't had food or water in days. I've been traveling for quite some time. I'm just a little disoriented.
I hand him a good berry and some water.
I think a
don't
good
worry,
also
this
drinks the water too, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh,
but
does
it's
it? Never
funny.
mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. I thought it only was with
it
the
fills
nutrients.
It fills you up for a full day on everything you need.
Can I gesture to Braun on the cart to come over? Just
Oh,
because
okay.
Muffin wants to ask him something?
But you give him a berry though.
Yeah. Braun will jump
Yeah,
down
I
and
give him-
start making his way. And when you hand him a berry brick, he's looking at it in his hand, and his eyes are a little wide. He says, "Are you sure?"
Don't worry, friend. I have plenty more. This will sustain you for the rest of the day. And he's smiling at him.
You're sure though? That's very kind of you.
Of course. Go ahead, eat up. You need it more than any of us right now.
You see the tension start to kind of melt away from him. Like he might not have seen kindness for a while as he will eat this berry.
Excuse me. Don't take this as a negative question, but how much gold are you traveling with, friend?
I don't have any at the moment. I have a friend in Bycrest who I can confide in. I just gotta get to the city.
I
Village,
will
town.
smile at him, pat him on the shoulder, and hand him over 40 gold. Say, this should be enough to get you.
Sir, please, no. I really
Please.
can't accept this.
He like grips, like not hard or intimidating or anything. He just firmly grips his shoulder and says, please, you need this significantly more than I do.
How tall
I-
is this guy?
I wouldn't be able to sleep knowing that with the events that happened with you, friend, that my pockets were full and my stomach was as well. Please, this is the
Firmly
least.
grasps his ankle.
I mean, he's sitting down. I
imagine he's like 6 foot tall, and you firmly grasp his shoulder, which means you're just hanging from his shoulder. What are you doing?
You give him this heartfelt speech, and he looks at you. He's like, I appreciate the gesture.
I
You're
smile at
very
him.
kind, Gnome. I cannot take this.
I smile at him and I put the 40 gold in his pocket.
He won't let you. He kind of smacks it away. He's like, please, I'm not asking for charity. I just need a ride.
Oh. Speaking of charity, I hand Brehik and Muffin the treat.
I take it. Well, the funny thing about our cart is you can't get in unless you take 40 gold. And he kind of gives him a shit-eating look, like, motherfucker.
He looks like he's a little prideful. Like he's not.
Yeah.
It's like he appreciates the food and water because that's kindness.
Yeah.
He's like, this is charity. He does not look like he wants it.
Look, if you want to earn your weight, the least we can ask you is to help us set up camp. And that way, you are working off this. And also, please protect our cart if anything along the way happens. That will be more than earning your weight in this.
Exchange for a ride. I'd be willing to help with that, yes. And Bond would make his way over as well. Because you motioned for him often.
Yeah, I'll just sort of whisper to Bron, like a little bit back away so they can't hear. Hey, Bron, just, to double check and make sure we're all good and gravy. Does this guy, look like someone who's been on a wanted poster, on a missing poster? Anything like that? Does he look familiar at all? I figured I'd check with the guard.
Yeah. He looks at him, he's like... I mean, it's true that many bandits or thieves among us could look rough, but I don't see it fair to accuse a man who's simply looks like he's had a rough go of it. He doesn't look recognizable immediately, but we can't always assume the worst. He might just be a traveler trying to make his way to Bycrest.
Just to make sure that we could... I didn't want to judge him. That's why I wanted to make sure he didn't look like a wanted poster or anything.
I mean, he looks like a wanted poster, but that doesn't mean he is a wanted man.
Speaking of wanted posters, is that a thing you guys do? At the capital?
Have one?
I mean... she told us about the bandits. I don't know if she told us there was a wanted poster.
Well, no, Tessera
has a wanted poster.
Oh, right. You're right.
Yeah, we were started at the carnival. That's how y'all figured out who her father was?
You are correct. Alright, forget that then. So, do you think, there's anything about these bandits? Should we make sure we grab them alive, sort of thing? Make sure they face judgment?
I mean, if we can bring the bandits to justice, that'd be best. He was jumped by bandits, he might know about the location.
Do you have, authority to, if we went to Bycrest and hopefully they have some sort of guard, are you able to be...
There is a fort of Ruby guards there.
There we go.
They are one of our training grounds.
Okay, I might bring that up to Van and the group just to be like, it might be better to try and get them alive for that reason.
No, and it's all wanted dead or alive.
That's true.
Honestly,
I'll bring it up to General and see what he thinks.
In the nicest way possible, and this isn't an official saying, this is my opinion here. You see, going through official channels can take time.
Mm-hmm.
And if the bandits feel threatened, they may move location before we could get the official movement out, if that makes sense.
He puts a hand on Bron's shoulder. All but one. Got it.
No, that's not okay.
She walks off. Back to Van.
Yeah.
And Brehok.
As this, Aldred is still having this conversation with Brehok, no, yeah, I'll totally, I'll protect your cult and set up camp for you in exchange. Just give me that ride.
For the gold?
Not for the gold.
I swear to God, I'm never doing another nice deed.
Yeah, because you basically tried to hand him 40 peasants worth of, lifetime money.
Yeah, this dude got fucking robbed.
Yeah, but 1 gold could feed a peasant family for, a
Yeah.
year or two.
So what exactly? So I was like, bro, here I'm like trying to. You know what? I'm not
Boys.
arguing.
He's a hard-working man. He doesn't want no handouts.
Okay, I'm not doing any more good deeds.
I want to look at this man, Emily.
But he does look genuinely grateful to Briek. He's just like, I don't want the money. He's like, I'll help you however I can, and I'll take the ride, and I'll take your food. But he's like, I don't want the money.
Mr. Rehik, may I suggest something?
What?
Well, we're gonna be going after these guys anyway, right? Wouldn't like a good here you go be just to get his stuff back for him?
Well, I mean, if he doesn't want the money, I can't force him to. But that was the plan, to gather his things back for him, if we could, if they weren't already destroyed, distributed, or other things.
I could show you where the camp is, or tell you the direction if that's. I wouldn't ask you to get all of my stuff back. That's asking a lot. But
Well, if you could just.
One of you talk. Go on.
Oh wait, it's fine.
Well, if you could describe some of your things, maybe we could procure them if they're still there.
give me 2 seconds. He says there were a few minor weapons, short swords and the like. There was in particular a stone, a gem that I had that I would really like to get back if I could.
Do you know what color?
It was black. It's like a black opal of sorts, about the size of a palm.
A shiny rock that is already claimed. I say this loud enough so that Tess hears this.
Son of a
Rehik, Rehik, come here, Rehik, for a second.
Hold on, one second. Let him give his this, and then we'll speak. Because I think he's still giving us this.
I look at Van because I feel like you know what I'm thinking, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, this just adds to the things I was gonna say to him. I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's most of what he explains. Mostly it's like some generic
short
weapons, a
swords
few
and-
clothes, and this
the
black
black
opal is the thing he really wants back.
Okay, I go.
And ask him a question.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have happened to run into a very summery looking Eladrin elf by chance by the name of Amari in your travels?
No, not that I could think of.
Right.
What about a Yanti?
That's a good question. A snake man who plays music?
No, not one of them either.
Well, for my final question, while they're going off to talk to each other, I guess, are you from... Hold on, I gotta find the fucking name. What was the name of it? Where Finn's from? Delia. Says, are you
That's where I'm from.
perchance from Delia, by any means?
Delhi? No. No. I'm no criminal from there or
Oh, I don't
anything
care
of
if
that sort.
I don't know if you care if you're a criminal or such. It's just our friend here is also from there, and I thought you might know them.
No, I'm not from Delhi. I'm from a small, nameless village down south.
Well, we are going to give you a ride, and we'll try to help you out the best we can. You are being very suspicious. Cut to Finn and Brick having a conversation.
repeat that. I figured I didn't hear it.
Conversation.
Your
You said
conversation.
Brihik.
Okay. So, Brihik, in case you've forgotten, remember when we beat that plant thing?
Mhm.
There was a black opal, I believe, it was black opal, left behind.
Mhm. No, I'm fully aware
And
of
we
that.
found out that it had a spell in it that was pretty bad. I also have a black opal, which we're trying to figure out.
Mhm.
Yes, Zelina has it, I believe. So, if this guy is traveling with a black opal, as nice as he might be, that's a little worrying.
Well, okay. Think about this. One,
Mm-hmm.
if I didn't have magic and wasn't magically inclined, nor did I have the knowledge on how to detect things, we would have been none the wiser of what this black opal could do. Perhaps this gentleman is in the same boat. Perhaps he has.
Yeah.
Perhaps one, this is just some random opal that was in his family or that he found on good fortune or whatever. Right? Now, two, if this gentleman is in fact to harm us or has any intention to do anything wrong towards us, we are La Familia. And he smiles. We can take anything on as long as we do it together. I'm not afraid of some random man who has lost everything, even if he is one of the scoundrels. Because don't think that hasn't crossed my mind. I very much haven't dropped the air of caution where he is concerned. But he and a couple of bandits are very insignificant to everything that we've faced so far. I might be being courteous, but I'm not being uncautious. I promise. And he pulls out like his finger, like a pinky finger.
I wrap my pinky around yours. So, I'm not, as we know, not very magically inclined, and this is a pure question to all of them, or all of you guys. Are you able to detect if someone has magic? Like, is it a vibe? Can you see it emanating from them, like a gas?
As a matter of fact, how did I do it last? Actually, yes, I
detect
do.
magic lets you just detect any type of like active spell or magic item.
Michael,
I think
he's asking me.
okay.
So I wasn't asking about an object. I was
just-
asking about a person.
That's
Like, can
I
you
was
see
giving
if a
you
person?
I guess I don't know.
Uh,
Because I know Identify can find a spell on somebody if there's a spell on a person. I don't
but can
know
you
if
like
that's-
detect the weave?
Well, I mean, you can detect if people have like magical items, but I guess
Yeah.
Emily, has this ever worked at like? Okay, when I use detect magic, did I get pings off of Cell,
Just Sarah.
Tess, and Van?
Yeah, I mean, detect magic essentially detects magic in the area. So if there is like magic items or certain magical properties that are currently in play, you would be able to identify those. If someone is of like a magic nature, you might get a feeling of that, depending on maybe how strong they are.
Yeah. So then
That
I would say, well. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really know in depth of their abilities and what threshold they might hold over themselves, but I can get a gist if they are somewhat magically inclined.
I'd feel a lot more comfortable, especially if we know that he's like me and has no magic. Because then, yeah, he probably either was given the opal or it's a family thing. Because if he
You
has
know what?
magic in him, I'm a little worried that he might know what the opal is. And if This is all me assuming that the opal is what I think it is.
You know what, Finn?
Mhm.
That is a very astute point to bring up. When we get back in the cart, I will take... It does take me a couple of minutes. More, to be direct, about 10. But I can do what I can while we're on the road, and if I give you the look, and he will side-eye you, and then he will look at you normal, then you know that that will tell you that he is magically inclined. Fair enough?
All right. Yeah.
Smiles.
I'll give him a hug. Sounds good.
Yeah, I give you a hug. I don't... You know what? Like walking back over to where Van was, probably holding your hand. You know what? We have to make bracelets together.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Wait, Tess, were you gonna say something?
I just said wow. But like,
Oh.
listen, I don't know if Tess hears. I'm hoping Tess didn't hear shit about this goddamn opal.
I said it out loud that the opal was claimed.
Loud enough for Tess to hear.
Yep.
It's
She is
And I did
trying.
encourage him.
She is trying because she was told to let that specifically go. So she's like, she wants to know, but she's trying to act like she doesn't. She's very much like slowly like inching closer to hear more info, but trying not to be honest.
Well, if you're willing to give me a ride, I would appreciate it.
Well, we have space on the cart.
And I know I come off suspicious. I promise. I'm very tired, and it's been a very long few days. I'll be as open as I can about anything.
On the
will
cart,
use-
mister.
Smiles, nods. Yes, please join us. And telepathically, I will speak to Van and say, I am going to take some time to try to detect any magical properties around us in the vicinity. If this man is magically inclined, I will be able to get a ping off of him. You will know if I find something when I give you the look, and I will side-eye Van. I will turn around and side-eye him.
You do realize you give me that look about 2 or 3 times a day normally, right?
I've only given you this look once, and it was to be...
You about said you never gave me that, and then you checked yourself.
No, it wasn't. I said I've only given you this look once, and it was... you're trying to get under my skin. Got it. Got
That's
it.
gross.
Oh.
Why would I want to be under your skin? That
here?
just sounds painful.
Well, no, isn't that a colloquialism for when you're annoying someone?
I'm from the Feywild, I wouldn't know.
Oh,
He
well,
says
do
with
you
a
know
smirk.
about...
He says with a smirk.
Yeah. Brehik does not pick it up. He's like, oh, well, typically when someone... and he'll go off on colloquialisms and, like, idioms, and just like... So when typically someone says, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse...
Yeah, they don't actually eat. They don't mean they could eat a horse, but it's an exaggeration.
Oh, so you know this one. Very well. Well, when someone says they're cool, it typically doesn't mean their body temperature.
So as you were having
Hold on.
this whole conversation,
While I think about that, Muffin, you remember how I told you you're resistant to fire the other day?
Oh, God.
I realize now that that may or may not be a mistake, and you survived Delia pretty well with the ice and stuff. You might be resistant to the cold, actually. Just saying.
Oh.
Oh, so in this case, being cool might be an actual direct thing.
Potentially.
So, DM,
I will
you
say
said what? Oh, sorry.
that I was a normal Asmodeus tiefling.
Emily told me you took full damage from the fire.
No, I took four, like the number.
No, I know. I asked her after when we were on our break, and she said that me and
Oh.
you both took full
Because
damage.
I said to you, hey, you take 4 damage, and you didn't have it, so I took that as you weren't resistant.
Oh, I am.
Well, then scratch that, god damn it! The DM told me one thing, and
The DM thought it was one thing.
Retract it.
Unless, is that what we want to do, DM? Because I was in Delia? I'm okay with that.
You're fine the way you are. I got confused. You're fine. As this man, Aldred, climbs into the cart and takes a seat, and he would continue on your way. Is there anything anyone wants to say or do until nightfall?
I feel like Tess after
Being next to
hearing
the cart. Sorry, go on.
no. I was gonna say after hearing about the opal, she's just kind of like again mumble, like saw quietly but like to herself, just kind of like that's not what you were
Oh, yeah.
talking about that you wanted me to do, right? You still want me to let that go, right? She's like, I'm making
You're assuming so. You don't feel anything. You're kind of being snubbed, but you don't feel anything.
I did cast Detect Magic ritually.
Mhm.
Did I get
Yeah.
anything off this boy?
You do not. He has nothing magical on him, and he doesn't seem magical in any way.
I would look to Van and Muffin and shake my head after the 10 minutes.
I'm so glad you said you shook your head, because if you just looked at Muffin,
Oh,
she'd be
no,
like, it's your time.
Well, if I looked at you, I'm looking at you, but if I gave you the look, that's
You really
different.
think she knows. You really think she knows.
Fair enough. Yeah. Also training. We would train, but that's it.
Yeah, as you continue on.
Oh, Emily, I'm so sorry.
Yeah?
I want to talk to Braun. It'll be a 2-second conversation. I'm sorry.
You're good. That's why I keep doing the. Is there anything else? Because there's always that. Well, hold on, wait. I wanna. So I make sure.
Just one little thing.
No problem. What would you love to say,
Braun.
Braun?
Braun, how are you faring this morning?
Oh, God. He says, oh, doing all right. And
That's
yourself?
wonderful. Oh, I'm good. You know, Braun, what are your favorite pancakes? My favorite pancakes are the type when you, and telepathically while I'm speaking out loud, I will say, Braun, I know you have your own feelings and specific dilemmas with certain things. I do not want these bandits to seek to meet their death at our hands, or as much as we can help it. Would you please do me a favor and help take as many as we possibly can without fully dispatching them?
You would hear mentally. Because they can respond, right?
I'll cast Detect Thoughts so I can hear him. Yeah.
Okay. You would hear him think. Oh god, detect thoughts, that's different. Hold on.
I will tell him, speak with your mind. Let your words be on the forefront of your thoughts.
You hear him say. You hear him think. Well, you hear him say, most bandits are usually wanted dead or alive. That's not to say we won't do our best to bring them to justice. I can understand the distaste for wanting to kill someone on the wrong side of the law. The best we can do is the best we can. And what's important is that we get them off the road in order to keep people safe.
So you will dispatch them with any means necessary.
I mean, preferably if we can take them in alive, that's what we would prefer. I'm not a fan of murder if we can. He says, I'm not a fan of killing someone if we can help it, but if it's our lives versus theirs, I will choose the lives of my friends and comrades, but that's not, again, to say I won't do everything I can to settle it peacefully.
Vaughn, I am actively asking you to help me find that way to bring them in warm rather than cold. I get if they are threatening our friends' lives, then whatever you must do. But please, try.
I never said I wouldn't, Brick.
Just kind of like breathes. Like maybe he's had dealings with something like this. Cough, cough.
Yeah. You feel like a hand on your shoulder a bit, like reassuringly. And you hear Bron say, in his head, he's like, not every bandit is a bad person, not every bandit is a bad person, and not every hero is a good person. I understand your penance for redemption. And to be truthful, I think redemption is a very noble mindset to have. If everyone assumed the worst of someone, or made a judgment after one look over, then I never would have joined the Ruby Guard, and probably half of the renowned scholars in the world wouldn't be where they are.
This boy's gonna make me join up with the Ruby Guard. I just look at him like, huh. He is from Delia, isn't he?
No, he's from Kimnia. The patriarch of Kimnia. The lazy country.
The lazy country. Yeah, that's right. Sorry. I just look at him and say, Bron, one of these nights when we get into Bycrest, you and I are gonna have a talk. And I smile at him and I say, out loud, verbally, and as I hang the phone up, I would say, and those are my favorite type of pancakes. Oh, well, look at the time. It looks like our conversation's up. Sorry I didn't get to hear yours. Smiles and walks.
It probably just looked like a really intimate conversation about pancakes. On the outside.
General, I think Brehik really likes pancakes. Maybe you should make some for him one day.
He looks over at Brehik. I don't know. He probably does. I'm not going to pretend like I know what's going on in his head or what he's attempting to do.
As Patrick Star would say, SpongeBob, I am an enigma. Or my mind.
The machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Van's pretty wise, but he's also not gonna be like is Brehik doing a thinky over there? Or does he actually just like pancakes? Who knows?
And as you are preparing to set up camp for the evening, Aldred does his best and will set up each and every one of your tents. Like, he doesn't let any of you lift a finger.
Excuse me, sir. Eldritch, right? Aldrich? How do you pronounce your name? Aldrich.
Aldrich. Yep.
If you would like to, you can take my spot in the tent. I typically prefer to sleep under the stars. It's more comforting for me.
You're a very generous deep gnome, aren't you?
Smiles and says, "Aren't all gnomes?"
No, they're not.
Oh. As it was a joke, but there was like some air of like real belief behind that. Oh. Have you met non-generous gnomes before?
There were a few in the bandit camp. 1 or 2 at least.
Did they have any marks on them?
No. Not that I know of. It was brief, but I don't think they're affiliated with anyone.
Well, he kind of like looks at this man like, you've been through some shit, man.
Dude, he has like that faraway, like, veteran look to him.
Yeah. I could tell that look from anywhere. I know that you don't need sorries for the things that you have been through. They just are what they are, but I still do apologize for them, and if there's anything that I'm saying this in his head, I'm sorry. And if there's anything that you could need or want, please just ask. And I will smile reassuringly at him.
Firm nod, like genuine appreciation, and he like takes a seat by the fire.
Damn, this poor dude.
I can't wait for him to betray us like the one guy we don't talk about in the tavern we don't talk about anymore.
Oh, I'm still fully keeping my eyes on this man. Like, there's no, like, me and Xavier feels bad for him, so does Brehik, but Brehik is also like, yeah, I still, unfortunately, will keep my eyes out on this man. He would understand, too.
Alright. As we go later into the night, Miss Zelina,
Yes.
there is a rap at your tent. Like, not a knock, because you can't knock on a tent, but like someone's like tapping on it.
Mm-hmm. I'm in there with my makeshift bed for the little fuzzball of light and just staring at him with googly eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But then hearing the little tap will say, "Oh, I'm sorry, yes, come in."
Yeah, you see Braun
Oh,
kind of
boy.
like poke his head in.
Get it, Broen.
Do you have a minute?
Yes.
Kind of like takes a seat next to you, looks at the very like glowing essence. They called it a sprite, right?
Yes, that is correct.
May I? And he like goes like he almost like it's like, can I pet your dog?
Well, yes, you just have to be very careful.
Very gently, kind of scoops it up. It's wool.
Mm-hmm.
And very beautiful.
Well, yes, most sprites are very beautiful.
I'm sure you know what I'm going to ask.
Well, I'm gonna act like I don't know, and I'll let you explain it.
I'm not one to judge someone's viewpoints. I try not to. I just can't fathom why you would see yourself as anything less.
Well, I'll put it plainly and simple as this. Where I'm from, pretty much beauty gets you everything you need. Beauty is what brings people to acknowledge you. And that's all I've been around. I've always been told, beauty this, beauty that. So, for my 200 and something years of living, that's what I've always done. I had to be the most gorgeous luxury person in the room.
I see. That must have been hard on you.
Well, in the beginning, it was somewhat kind of hard, and then it started to get easy. And then you just had people always trying to challenge you. And then you always had to updo one another. So it could become somewhat tricky and hard in the end, yes.
Do you think less of people who have scars and blemishes? Like that man we picked up on the road?
Well, how should I put this? Younger me would definitely not be seen caught in the light of day with him. But for the few years that I have been on this material plane, I've heard things, and also people have talked to me about things, and I'm still learning, even though it's very hard. And yes, I know I'm a very shallow person indeed, which some people might think that's bad, but they haven't lived my lifestyle, so they wouldn't really understand.
He thinks for a moment. Like he's carefully weighing his words. It's true that no one really... Empathy can only go so far until you're physically walking in someone's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I understand where you came from. I sympathize that your lifestyle would have forced you to develop this mindset that beauty is only skin deep. I hope that one day you get to see even more beauty in the world. There's beauty in things I don't think you would have maybe noticed originally. There's a simpleness to it. In Kimnia, it's the way the light hits the beaches just right. Right before it's daybreak, but still dusk enough that there's this faint orange to it. Or when The markets are filled with fruit and there's an abundance of color. But also in the way people treat each other. A merchant gives a fruit basket to a little girl whose mother was sick with scurvy. Or two young lovers laughing and enjoying a conversation over a beverage. There's beauty in a lot of things in this world that I hope you get to see one day. And maybe realize that your own beauty is, well, that scars do not define people. That doesn't mean it doesn't matter or impact them. And that's not to say they don't define you, because in your world they do. But one day I hope that they won't have to, if that makes sense.
Kiss him.
So you're saying that I should embrace the scars that I have?
In your own time. Yeah. And he'll take off his shirt, just full on, just takes off his whole shirt. And you watch as he starts, pointing out some of his scars. And he will show you one that's kind of, jagged across, his upper pecs. And he says, I got this one protecting a young man who was being harassed by some not really good gods, you could say. I wasn't a god at the time, but I didn't like the way they were treating him, so I jumped in front of the blade.
Self-sacrifice.
Of sorts. Every time I look at the scar, it makes me smile because I remember that boy's words to me. He told me he promised he would get stronger so he could defend himself and defend others like the way I defended him. It made me feel like I was a role model for the first time. And this one here on my hip, I got working for the Ruby God. It was actually my first scar while trading in the field. And I got nicked by my mentor. And it bled out all over the place. I thought I was dying, but really it was just for show more than it was deep. But it's a reminder that I earned my place here, that I wasn't given a handout, and I feel pride in that. Some scars have stories, affections, memories, and those memories become beautiful in their own right, in my opinion.
I see. This is a lot to take in, but I understand where you're coming from.
It wasn't meant to convince you. I'm not here to change your whole mindset. I mostly was just worried. It must have been scary to feel like the thing that held you down was you were going to lose it, and I just wanted to make sure you were okay and offer some comfort, if that even helped.
No, it did. It did help out a lot, actually. I do thank you, bro.
Well, Neil grab his shirt. He's like, you have a good night. I'll keep watch considering our new guest.
And so you don't have to take watch. I'll do my due diligence to take watch.
Alright, so I'll let you do it. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Just leave your shirt off.
Is you a double look? I'm like, what?
I'm trying. My brain is trying to get past the scars and see them for what they really are.
think I can do that then. And you'll just walk out of your tent shirtless to whoever's around to see that. No idea what transpired in there. Alright, that being said, is anyone doing anything?
Corner. She walked away from camp, still trying to keep it an eye line, because she's trying to do different ways of prayer. She's like, okay, maybe the problem was there were too many people. So she's trying to walk a decent distance away that she's alone. And that's what she did. Attempted to pray far away.
Alright.
I'm just gonna do the guard shift. Keep an eye on our new compadre.
So, if everyone's bedding down, because I know you're meditating, Finn, obviously you reach out more, nothing really happens.
Damn. I'll get that.
Alright. And as you all bed down, who's keeping watch tonight?
As Van does
Zelina.
every night.
Zelina will take the second half.
Alright, roll me perceptions.
You can do this.
Damn, okay, you both keep an excellent watch out. And nothing happens tonight.
Woo-hoo. When people start to wake up, they just hear like the rustling of bushes as like Zelina's just kind of has her hand up, and you can just see leaves and like rose petals like to shoot out from her hand, attacking the tree as she casts this Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
I'm running out of ideas.
Yes, Finn?
That's what she said. She's walked out of the brush as well and was like, it didn't work.
Oh no, poor Finn.
I just don't understand what to do.
I do think I told you before about that whole making a deal to be a patron warlock.
No, I'm not
stuff.
doing that.
No, I'm
No,
aware.
I'm doing something else.
Are you praying for clericness?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Same deal. Gods don't typically hand out their favor willy-nilly. They pick somebody that they know is going to lead their message or be integral in some part of history.
Oh, thank you, General. I'm just not offering enough. Got it.
That's not what I said.
Zelina will say, "Forgive me for waking you, Tessera," as you just hear the multiple like shots of Eldritch Blast and just go by your sleeping bag.
She's like, new trick.
Yes, quite new. It's quite fun, actually.
She just kind of laughs like, yeah.
It's quite interesting the things that they can give you.
She's like, yes, though, it's not for free.
Oh, yes, I know that. And if I had to pay a price, well, unfortunately, the person I dealt with would be better than the other one. Well, I have some things I have to do. And it's out of character, but hey, who knows? I might be growing.
She's like, oh, that's not always a bad thing.
Apparently not. Rock Queen, you take care of yourself. We're almost there.
You too.
And I'm gonna go walk over and find Finn.
You hear? All right. My left hand. My right hand. I'll give. I got a ring. I've got my hair. What do you want?
Finn, what are you doing?
She looks and sees who it is. Nothing.
You're offering your hair and your hand?
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to make a deal with an archfey as well?
She just looks and goes, no. Walks off.
I'm sorry. That's all she says.
Are we all ready to keep on going? We got some bandits to take out.
Well, yep, 6 days later.
Yeah, do we actually know if they're like at Bycrest or is it like halfway there?
You have no
'Cause
idea.
I think they said it was on the road.
They said it's on the road, so. So yeah, you still have 5 days left. But yeah, you are able to pile into the cart and get moving as you continue back on the road.
On the road again.
I can't wait to get on the road again.
And we'll end it there.
Thank you all for watching, everybody. Some things happened in this session. Session.
Yes, it did. So, thank you again so much for watching. It was a lot tonight, but you know what? We had a good time.
We're gonna take out some bandits.
Take out some bandits, make your way to Bycrest. Maybe go look for some
yeah.
treasure. Who knows?
Heck yeah, treasure.
Uh-oh.
All right. Thank you once again for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful night. And we will see you actually, we'll see you this Friday for Kraken Week. And then we'll see you again next Monday for stream.
I hope everyone's able to check it out.
Goddamn motherfucker.
All right. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Or morning, wherever you're from.